What's going on, everybody? This is Doc Sports Marquise Dupree. We just want to go over some scores from last week, week zero. Of course, you want to know what Florida State Seminoles 47-7 over I can't even pronounce the name. Dukes out of Pittsburgh. Northwestern upset Nebraska 31-28, which was a good game. Illinois 38, Wyoming 6, Utah State 31, and Connecticut 20. That was a pretty good game. Biggest shocker was to me was North Carolina and Florida A&M. I thought that was kind of a, how can I say this, impressive first quarter for fam coming out and scoring the way they did. Kind of gave everybody a little square, but the first quarter is just the first quarter. Being a Florida State fan, you know that. It's all about how you finish. Vanderbilt 63 over 10 on Hawaii, doing what they're supposed to do. That's kind of impressive, I think, for Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, um, going to Hawaii and doing what they did. That was showed a lot of um grit, from a program in the SEC lower tier to come and just fight like that. They did what they were supposed to do, and that's what you want from a Power Five team. Okay, now having said that, stay ready for week one. Of course, we know Florida State is playing LSU on Sunday, and everybody know that I'm an FSU fan. Now, FSU, to me, I thought showed something that they didn't show in the last few years. And even though it was a small team, a smaller than team usual, the previous FSU teams kind of made me feel like this team would have scored 20 easily. Even though we probably would have won by 47, I kind of felt like this team would score 20 to give us a scare, especially after the Jacksonville State um, last year. So Florida State did what they were supposed to do. What I seen from Florida State, I I want to get excited, but not really because I want this team to dominate, and I want to say they're close, but I just don't know. I mean, if they would have played like a Jacksonville State, South Alabama, um, Raging Cajuns, even Troy, a team with a little bit more grit and so giving them a chance to overcome some real adversity. Even though Florida State, I thought, did kind of didn't take advantage. Like I kind of felt like their score should have been like the Vanderbilt score. I felt like we should have been 65-10, and it wasn't that. And that kind of that has me nervous right now. It really has me nervous. Um, but damn, I'm happy college football here. Even though we're going to be talking about, we're talking a lot of sports. You know, we're going to be talking about NFL. We're going to be talking about boxing. We're going to be talking about a few sports that we all enjoy. But college football it is what it is. It's the juggernaut down south. College football runs football down south. It does. So while the college football season is here, you want to kind of hold on, guys. I'm sorry. It's the juggernaut down south. So being down here, college football runs everything for us. Without college football here, I think, I just think, what will we be? I mean, we wait for this every, we wait for college football, and it's here. Yep. So we're gonna enjoy it, and we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna share some views. Um, Once this thing go live and start going on, it's gonna get real. Some people are gonna win, Some people's gonna lose. Some people gonna feel a certain way about the winners. It's okay. As long as we stay respectful, as long as we talk facts and don't get into a lot of rant because let's play. We're gonna rant. I mean, that's just what we do. I call my show Doc Sports. And the reason I call it Doc Sports is because I work at the state docks here in Mobile, Alabama. And everywhere you go, every not every person, but majority, you talk sports. You're gonna be talking football, you're gonna be talking basketball, you're gonna be talking boxing, MMA, all kind of sports. And that our jobs are so stressful down there, and and this being the South, and the docks just give you an avenue of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands people. And you meet so many different people, so many different sports fans, so many different teams. You know, um, Notre Dame fans, UCLA fans, USC, Pitt fans, Penn State fans, Ohio State, Oklahoma, Nebraska, and the list just goes on and on. Even HBCUs, from your FAMU to your Grambling, um, Alabama State, uh, it just Alabama A&M. It goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And sometimes you get caught up that you spend 30 minutes at a time just talking about sports, mainly football. So I kind of felt like I wanted to do something fun because it's relaxing to me to talk about sports with some of my friends. And we spend 30 minutes, and I shouldn't say this, but we spend our whole lunch break sometimes just talking about sports. And so I just felt like it was good and I enjoy that and I wanted something to relax. And this relaxed me. So we're going to get it in and we're going to talk sports and mainly college football during college football season. I will say that again, college football during college football season. Now, me being a Florida State fan, I'm not one of these show hosts that's going to talk about my team for 20 straight shows. I want everybody to talk about their own team. So, as we go live, I want you to type your team, your comments, and what you want to talk about. You know, if your team is not good, um, what would make them good? From facilities to recruiting, um, to coaching, everything. And if your team bad, what would make them better? Did I say that right? Yeah, I think I did. But you want to talk with substance. You don't want to just be talking crazy. Like if you're a South Alabama fan and your coach is not doing good, big up shout outs to South Alabama, King Womack. I think I pronounced that right. Kane Womack. And if you're a South Alabama fan and your coach get fired, or your coach leave to another school, we don't expect Nick Saban to come coaching at South Alabama, so don't give me that. And maybe it's probably a shot in the dark that he would, you know, but it's it's not likely. So stay with some substance, something that's likely. Um, Everybody know Nick Saban is not going anywhere. He's stuck at Alabama. He's enjoying it in Alabama. And Nick Saban has surprised me by staying as long as he did in Alabama because I was one of these people thinking he was going to be a short timer and he was just using Alabama not as a stepping stone, but maybe for a better opportunity to get back at LSU or maybe to go somewhere maybe he felt like he whatever his dream job was, maybe Michigan, he was at Michigan State. So I knew he wasn't going back into the NFL. I didn't figure he would stay. Put it like this. I thought Jimbo Fisher would stay at Florida State longer than Nick Saban stayed at Alabama. I was that gullible. But things don't work out that way. Things don't happen that way. So um we're gonna go live, our first live show. Um, It's probably going to be Thursday or Friday. You will see the line, the I will give you the links, everything. Um, uh, we're gonna go live on YouTube. Is where we're gonna start. I'm gonna put even if you don't catch it live, you can still can watch and support the show. Um, through YouTube, Facebook. Um, right now we just rocking the social media until I get this thing up and just growing. And it is going to grow. You know, this is our baby, and what we put in it together, we're going to watch it grow. As we bring in regular fans to talk side by side, face to face, fans to talk live. You know, I want fans input. You know, the fans is what run college football. Without the fans, there's no college football. So I feel like the fans deserve a platform to talk respectfully, um, with passion, and some emotion. But like I said, don't get up here and just yell. This is not no disrespect, but this is not Paul Feinbaum show. Even though it's very entertaining, I want I want something with a little bit. Oh my tongue. Excuse me, guy. Something with more substance. I mean, I could just sit here and just let people call in or let people just talk how they want to talk, and it'll probably create some buzz. But I don't want that. Everybody who knows me, I'm kind of a classy guy, and I want to keep it classy. I want to keep everything classy, but I also a fun guy, and I want to keep it fun. And but I don't want, I don't want to tolerate no disrespect, you know. I'm talking, I'm not going to say anything, um, I won't say hurtful because I don't mind people hurt. I won't say anything bad because of program because I don't like them. Makes sense? Like Miami fans and Florida fans, I want them to do good. I want all the Florida teams to do good because we play them. Even if we can somehow get UCF on the schedule, you know. I like playing those schools and I want those schools to be good. That way, when you go into their home and you lose by 3 points or a touchdown, it looks like something. You know, it doesn't look like just a terrible loss. And Florida State, Florida, and Miami just have not been doing anything. I mean, we can all talk about each other and joke about each other, but the truth is, all the Florida schools need to band together and build one football team. At one point, I thought. That's why I'm so nervous about. I'm always be a Florida State fan. You can bet that. But that's one reason I'm nervous about this LSU um, game because you know, I hope I hope Florida State get in there and beat them by 20. That's what I'm wishing for. But being a realist and seeing what you're seeing, you caution on everything. And so I would be happy to get out of there with a field goal by 3 points. Be even more happy by a touchdown. You know. Um, But we know what Florida State DNA is. Here's a late. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. If we play them like we did Notre Dame, last year, then we have some. But we also thought we was going to play every team like we played Notre Dame last year, and that didn't happen. So, um, this is just kind of, the things that we're kind of getting off our chest, per se. You got to excuse me. I'm just trying to run down scores and everything, making sure I have everything right. Um, yeah, this is crazy. Jacksonville State beat Stephen F. Austin 42-17. I would like to think if Florida State played Jacksonville State Saturday, what do you think that score would have been? How do you think we would have looked? I would like to think that we did the same, but come on. Florida Atlantic 43, Charlotte 13. Alabama State 23. Howard 13. That was a decent game. You know, HBCUs, you gotta rep HBCUs. They're stepping up right now. You know, it's not just the band right now. They're playing some good football. Big ups to Deion Sanders. Western Kentucky 38. Austin Peay 27. Northwestern 31. Nebraska 28. UNLV is 52, and Idaho State is 21. You know, so we had some pretty. And if I miss your team, I apologize. I think I talked about most of them early on, like North Texas 31, UTEP 13. Um, and I feel bad. I shouldn't. I feel bad for Scott Frost. You know, he left a program that had his DNA on it. And this is what some coaches, I think, jump too quick. Thought Willie Taggart was the coach that jumped too quick. Um, he had South Florida rolling, but they chased the money and they want to go back home, and I kind of understand that. I think Scott Frost's contract is 15 million in October. It goes down to 7 million. Now, if he goes undefeated from here on out until October, I think he keep his job. If he loses, whew, I think he'll be in South Florida somewhere coaching. I don't see Nebraska keeping him around unless they just loyal. And coaches do need loyalty. Um, but I think this is his fifth year now. Not for sure. I just hope that he can get it better. Maybe Tommy Frazier or somebody need to go up there and see where they can help him. All right, so let's run through a few of these games. Starting with Thursday night. Um, West Virginia and Pitt. I think that's going to be an intriguing game. Um, Pitt, 17 ranked. I think I want to see what West Virginia got. West Virginia has kind of been teeter-totter and like they want to do something and they're not. So I'm very interested to see what they have. I think that's going to be a very good game. That's Thursday, September the 1st. Also, I'll probably put some posters on when I just run through each game through the week. I'm just gonna put it on the Facebook, put it on YouTube. You can watch it if you like. You can come, please comment. If there's something that you want on the show, maybe you know, more talking about a specific team, we could spend a little bit more time on that. But we're still just trying to figure everything out. We're working together. We're having fun together. So that's the main thing. All right. Central Michigan and number 12, Oklahoma State. I almost said Ohio State. Oklahoma State. That should be pretty good, I think. Wake Forest. Wake Forest, they've been making some noise. ACC need to get their shit together and be more consistent. And if Wake Forest got to be the most consistent team, with Clemson and Florida State need to get their ass up. And a couple of more others teams, they need to step up to make the ACC relevant. If not, I'm with everybody else. Florida State, Clemson, hell, including Miami, Georgia Tech, however you want to spin it, North Carolina. Let's pack our shit and let's go. We'll talk about that down the road though. Alabama A&M and UAB. Hmm, close to each other. Um, that's intriguing. Now those games are Thursday night, September 1st. Those are the week one games. Um, Friday night, really see anything. I'm a football fan, so I'm gonna watch as many games as I can. That's one thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to watch some damn football. I might not catch every game, but I'm gonna catch. I don't give a damn if it's my team or not. I'm watching some football, and that's just what I do. And if you ain't watching no damn football because They're your team. Well, you just a team fan. You just a one team fan, and that's okay. But God darn it, I love football. All right, so Eastern Kentucky and Eastern Michigan, 7 p.m. That should be a pretty good game. 15 Michigan State and Western Michigan. I don't know about that. Illinois and Indiana. I want to see TCU at Colorado. That should be pretty good. That should be a pretty good game. Just, got to look out. All right, now those are Thursday and Friday night games. You can look them up yourself. If you want me to do that for you and put a schedule on here, comment that. So what I can do it. Just cutting and paste and just providing a link or something to all the games. That way you can do it. Um, all right. Bowler Green at UCLA. How can you get us? I guess. Come on, y'all. 23 Cincinnati at number 19 Arkansas. That's the game. I want to see what Cincinnati returned this year and how they play compared to last year. And I want Arkansas to finally step up in the SEC. So that's the game I'm going to be watching. Number 11, Oregon and Georgia. Who's not going to be watching that game? That's football. If Oregon shows up. Now I know what Oregon did to us the first year of the playoffs, and I still have a bitter spot about that. I can't wait till we play them again and see could we just at least try to smack them this time. I don't know. Um, Utah and Florida. Number 7, Utah and Florida Gators. I think Florida may upset them. Um, I think this is probably going to be Florida's biggest win just because of the Napier hype. Um, and I think Utah really haven't played a good, how can I say, top tier team in a while. And I think Florida is a Florida school just reaching for something. And something is good about to happen to those guys. And I think this could be it. Now, Florida to me, I think will win 8 games. That's with the bowl game. I don't think I have to see a little bit more before I get a prediction on the Florida State and Florida game. But I think Florida can be dangerous. Alligators have teeth and they will bite. So I'm watching you, Florida. I'm watching you close. Um, let's see. Let's see here. Let's see here. Number 5, Notre Dame, and number 2, Ohio State. That's the game of the night. That's the game of the night. That's the game. Now, what Notre Dame has in the tank without Brian Kelly? I think they got enough. Ohio State, mm, Ohio State, not for sure. Uh, I'm so much football, man. It's just so overwhelming. I'm just trying to get it all in here. So, and I know what y'all. I know majority of my fans are Alabama fans. I'm going to get to them, trust me. Mercer at Auburn. Auburn should win 50. Unless Mercer just have just a great team that we don't know about. And guess what? Be a long night for Auburn if that's the case. Keep in mind, we got beat by Jacksonville State, second game of the year last year. So it can happen. If you think it won't happen to you, guess what? You got another thing coming, brother. You have another thing. Being here in Mobile, Alabama, South Alabama, and Nicholls State. I think South Alabama is in for a long night, but I do think they end up winning the game. I think that'd be a probably maybe 27-14 South Alabama. But Nicholls State, like I said, you don't know what you want to get with them. They kind of up and down, been the last few years, but they are exciting to watch every skip year, I call it. They may last year they was fun to watch. This year they may not. They can't put back-to-back good years together, but they have been known to go in and scare a lot of teams. So that's a good game. I think that's evenly as close of a matchup that you're going to get. So that's cool. All right, Sunday night. Florida A&M and Jackson State. I think Florida A&M, the way they came in and played North Carolina that first quarter, if they can just get that together and put that together for 4 quarters, I think Florida A&M upset Deion Sanders. Now, having said that, with the talent and everything that Jackson State has, I think it's going to be a long night. I, I, it's it's probably for a Sunday night. It's worth paying attention to that game. That's at 3 p.m. by the way. That's Florida A&M and Jackson State, Deion Sanders State, whatever you want to call it, Prime State, however you want to call it. He got his DNA on that program and he's doing great thing, big thing, especially for that program at HBCUs. And I know he's not the only HBCU coach out there. I think Eddie George is also a HBCU coach and other HBCU coaches. And big shout out to all the coaches who didn't get any flowers or didn't get any recognition before those guys came here because those are the coaches that kept the HBCUs afloat until those guys came in to try to make it what it is now, especially Deion Sanders. And I think he's shining the spotlight on HBCUs to where I think in the next few years, coaches are going to be looking for HBCU jobs, and those jobs are going to be competitive in terms of the potential money you can make at a HBCU compared to a few years ago. So I think it's going to help. It's going to help. Um, just want to see, making sure because I show Alabama is playing Utah State. And Utah State has been known to hang with Utah. They has been known to give you a scare. I think they'll give Alabama a good quarter and a half. If they down by 14, that's a good quarter. Going into Tuscaloosa and you down 14, that's a good half to Alabama. But I also think Alabama will pull away to about third or fourth quarter and they'll dominate like they usually do. So now I know that's not all the games. If I missed some of your teams, that's what I'm trying to get. Comment at the bottom of the screen so that I know what's your team. And so when I read those scores, I'll make sure that I call your team out. I'll let you know what your team schedule is. Like I say, I'm down located here in Mobile, Alabama. So all our teams are down south. I want to reach the teams up in Michigan. I want to reach the teams out in Nevada, California, Chicago, whatever your teams are, let me know. So when I run through those scores, I'll make it a note to give you your team scores and everything and make a little comment on your team. So don't be afraid. Please don't be shy. Um, and we're gonna build this thing one fan at a time. And I know everything look plain and bland now, but as we go and as we go on, maybe 5 years from now, this would be a whole totally different show. It'd be something, you know, if you like different. Some people, hey, it's kind of like Alabama uniforms, it just don't want to change. But why change when you're good? So, hey, but just keep your input coming. Doc Sports YouTube, Doc Sports Facebook, Doc Sports Twitter, and I'm eventually gonna get a website going, and we're just gonna do it one show at a time, and we're gonna build it one show at a time. And like I say, I'm not scared of none of y'all, and you don't need to be scared of me. So let your comments fly respectfully. Um, More feedback, the better. Let me know, and we will be doing this thing live. Just want to give a special shout out to my homeboy. Bryant, who said I was feeling down today, and he gave me a signature Bobby Bowden helmet. And what's so special about this? And I put the pictures up on Facebook so everybody can see it. But it's actually how Bobby Bowden signing the helmet. Now, of course, he's a big Alabama fan, and he's actually going to be coming, uh, doing this podcast with me from time to time. And he's probably going to start his own podcast. But I thought that was really special, um, and very respectful. Now I got to get him a Nick Saban with Alabama hat. That's just how I roll, you know. But what's crazy, man, is being down here, all of the Alabama fans take really good care of me. My friend Gerald Harvey, who gave me always thinks about Florida State. I met Bobby Bowden through him. He had some tickets to one of the banquets doing the bowl here. I think it was the Reese's bowl. Could have been a Linden Tree. Our bowl changed so much here in Mobile. I got a chance to talk to Bobby Bowden, take pictures with him, and I can't find my pictures. I hate I don't know, I didn't take better care of those pictures. I didn't print them out my phone and I switched phone like 3 times. So I'm still looking for those pictures so I get those up. So big shout out to Gerald Harvey who always take care of me. I mean one time here at Mardi Gras, they did a I did a float parade. I think he's in the Mystics. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but their floats were based off each team. And he was on the Florida State float and he got me a Florida State necklace and so much stuff. He always take care of me. Um, my good friend Alan Hill bought me a Florida State jersey, a Landon Dickerson jersey. And so I'm gonna be wearing this stuff throughout, and I'm very grateful of all my Alabama friends who really take good care of me. And I don't know if because they feel sorry for me because we're not good. Um, but I'm maybe I'm looking one day to return those favors. Um, and have those guys on here to talk about football and other stuff, what we do down on the state docks. And if I'm missing, trust me, I'm probably missing 1,000 people right now. Um, but I will get to you one by one. So, all right. So that's gonna wrap up tonight's show. Um, like I say, this is Doc Sports. My name is Marquise Dupree. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again, spending more time with you, giving you my insights, uh, give me your insights. Let's do this thing. Let's have fun. Let's make it ours. Doc Sports, we're out. You guys have a good night.